Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. ODM Member of Parliament, Amisi, has decided to leak the next move of ODM, even despite of some members in ODM will not exit the broad-based government. They are ready to exit as 70 members of parliament are warming up to go and form a new coalition that will ensure William Samoei Ruto is going to be sent home.
It's not the first time he joined the government, but he joined the government to live 1 year to the election. William Ruto cannot be different. Serikali ya Ruto hawezi kuwa tofauti. Sisi watu ambao tuliongea na Raila alituambia tarehe 9 mwezi wa 3 2026 ndio ilikuwa siku ya mwisho kuungana na William Samoei Ruto. And we are here to tell the people of ODM tarehe 9 mwezi wa 3 2026 mwaka ujayo, prepare for state of emergency in the party to relieve you out of Ruto's government. That is the last time we were supposed to be with William Ruto. Hawezi kutuambia ajitungoje 2027. 2027 na shaa inaharibika. 2027 na wanafunzi wako nyumbani. Ati 2027 na vijana wanapigwa risasi. Tunyamaze tusiongee. Tunyamaze tusiongee. We are not going to be in readiness until 2027 when our people are being killed. We are not going to be in readiness until 2027 when SHA is not working.
As if the statement of Amisi is not enough. Remember, previously, Babu had leaked that they have a movement called Kenya Moja Movement. And this Kenya Moja Movement is having almost 70 members of parliament who are ready, warming up to exit this so-called broad-based government. And this statement shocked even William Ruto himself. Who are these 70 members of parliament?
In 2017, I saw you, that time you were under NASA.
Yes.
You said, not in exact same words, but in similar language. You're now saying it again. You're working with the Secretary General of ODM, Edwin Sifuna, who is also in Kenya Moja. So what exactly is changing here?
Whatever didn't work in 2017, we will reclaim now. Whatever we lost in the fire, we shall get it in the ashes.
How so?
As soon as possible.
How will you do that?
Through Kenya Moja revolutionary movement.
So what is that? Because you come from ODM, she comes from UDA.
I started by telling you very well that Kenya Moja movement is a movement of like-minded members of parliament. The role of a member of parliament is to keep checks and balances in the excesses of the executive. That is one of the roles that we are playing as an oversight role to the executive.
Does ODM do that?
ODM has been doing that. ODM was in opposition until it joined the broad-based government. But I told you that Baba himself said that you are allowed to speak to the excesses of the government, and he said it severally. So therefore, we will not keep quiet and watch Kenyans suffer. So we will not keep quiet and watch people being taxed because of the unaffordable houses. We will not keep quiet and see our brothers and sisters not going to school because of expensive education.
So when you say that ODM does that, but when you list the like-minded MPs, you're not talking about ODM MPs. I don't know how many you are in parliament. You're talking about a few, and Gaduna Mushamba here. So what has happened there?
First of all, we are not a few. We are close to around 70 members of parliament who are in Kenya Moja movement.
Who are they?
We can't mention them all,
no,
but we are over 70 members of parliament.
I've only seen yourself, Gadana Mushamba, Senator Sifuna, Amisi, Anthony Kibagendi. Who am I missing?
We are over 70 members of parliament my brother.
Okay, I'm missing 65.
65, you will see them soon. And I want to tell you that even if you go by the minority, with God makes a majority.
But in Parliament, you just said, minority have their say, majority have their way.
Because we are 349 members of Parliament, and we are close to around 70, which means that we are still the minority in Parliament, with the majority of Kenyans.
Ladies and gentlemen, for more updates, ensure you subscribe to this channel. You've seen we've hit 99.1 thousand subscribers. Let us ensure to just you 900 to hit 100,000 subscribers. I will appreciate you so much for that. And if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, ensure you subscribe. Those who have subscribed, thank you so much, because if it was not you, you could have not reached this milestone that we are today. May God bless you. Now, if you're watching the video you have not liked, ensure you like the video, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we speak, Sifuna yesterday leaked that these 70 members of Parliament are literally having a threat coming from William Samoei Ruto, including himself, that William Ruto declared to kick him out from ODM party.
Kuna jamaa anaitwa William Ruto alikuwa amenitisha ati ataitisha mkutano ya founder members wa chama cha ODM kudili na Sifuna. Hiyo mkutano tulifanya Jumapili ama Jumamosi usiku. Bado Sifuna ni katibu ama si katibu?
And remember when Edwin Sifuna is saying this, you heard when William Ruto promised that he was going to chair the founder members of ODM meeting, and their mission was to kick out Edwin Sifuna. But still Sifuna is saying the meeting was done, but he is still the Secretary General of ODM. Remember William Ruto who attacked Sifuna because Sifuna anakuanga na stand ile kali. Now when these members of Parliament are coming out to say they are not going to work with William Ruto, remember, number one, Edwin Sifuna also said those who are sticking with William Ruto in broad-based government, that for them in ODM they don't see anyone who can be a presidential candidate, that this time round they are not going to have someone who can be like Raila Amolo Odinga. They are going to support William Ruto because there is none who can fit that presidential race. That was the statement of Samatandi, the member of Parliament of Alego, even declaring that the next father of politics is William Samoei Ruto. But Edwin Sifuna is telling these members of Parliament that you don't know who is William Ruto.
Na hawa ndugu zetu ambao wako ndani ya chama cha ODM wanasema wao wanasupport hii kitu inaitwa broad based. Hakuna ubaya, wewe support tu, lakini msifikirie nyinyi ni wajanja sana. Ukikaa unasikiza mdomo ya hawa watu wa broad based, wanaona wao ni wajanja sana. Anaanza baba alituambia mpaka sijui 2027 sijui Ruto akifanya hii.
You are declaring what you don't know. Remember, William Ruto is having a fishy plan, and his plan is to, of course, confuse ODM so that in come 2027 he must not have any stiff competition, because the only party that William Ruto is fearing is ODM party, because ODM is having members of Parliament across the Republic of Kenya. This statement, I remember even Samson Cherargei coming out to confirm that let ODM party be in broad-based government, but any conversation about the deputy or running mate to William Ruto, they must forget.
Sisi tuko broad-based, lakini kuna viti mbili hatuwezi ongelea kwa coalition. President William Ruto na Professor Kithure Kindiki. I want to tell them waombe zile viti vingine mpaka ya mzee ameta. Lakini tukienda any negotiation in building a coalition going into the future of 2027 to 2032, the Deputy President of His Excellency Dr. William Ruto is Professor Senator Kithure Abraham Kindiki kwa sababu ya shukrani yetu kwa kusimama na kijana yetu Rais William Ruto. So I want to tell wenzangu, kama ni wale tuko broad base, kama ni wale wanataka tufanye kazi pamoja, viti yote mbili ya juu ya rais na deputy shaenda. So jipange, labda waombe ile ya kanisa ama sijui ya gani, but they should watafute ingine. Kwa sababu hii yako ni assured. Sini namna hiyo anole nini jiji? Magarara jiji?
William Ruto is presidential candidate and Kindiki is the running mate come 2027. I saw also this statement of Cherargei was not well received by, of course, the ODM brigade. They felt like there is something behind the scene that is being cooked that they don't know. I've always said in this channel, if you are keenly watching what William Ruto is doing and what his close allies are coming out to tell live on camera, you can understand William Ruto is a man in a mission that come 2027, he wants to fool this ODM brigade starting today till 2027. And that is why people like Sam Atandi, akina CS Mbadi, akina Wandai, akina Oparanya, Joho, they are seriously singing and chanting William Ruto two-term. Reason being, these individuals are defending their seats. Mbadi must defend his seat. Atandi must defend his seat because he's the chairperson of budget committee, the National Assembly. Ile nyang'anya ndini Nyoro. Joho lazima defend his seat. Oparanya the same, Wandai the same. But these individuals whom macho yao inaona, they can see clearly that William Ruto is a man in a mission. That you want to fool ODM ili kufika 2027, hawatakuwa prepared. So that they spend more of their time chanting two-term and broad-based government. But people like Edwin Sifuna, young members of parliament, are feeling like this is not our cause. Our cause is very clear. We want William Ruto to be kicked out from the presidency through the ballot. And that is why you can see them trying to gather themselves. And I can tell you, whatever is waiting William Ruto, he will not believe. Because I'm sure if these 70 members of parliament plus will exit the so-called ODM or the broad-based government, I'm sure this broad-based government is going to tremble. Because number one, we have some influential members of parliament whom Kenyans wanawasikiza sana. I saw some individuals saying that Amisi, who is against the William Ruto broad-based government, that is likely to go for one term. Remember, it is ODM inahitaji Amisi. And this is my reason. Amisi is the only member of parliament elected under ODM in Trans Nzoia, Saboti constituency. Are you getting that? He's the only one struggling with ODM. What is this that cannot make Amisi to go with DAPK and win still the seat? If it was Kakamega, I could have agreed. If it was Vihiga, I could have agreed. If it was Busia, I could have agreed. But Trans Nzoia politics, in fact, Amisi struggled so much to get that seat with the ODM party. Because there, the parties zingine, Ford Kenya, na DAPK, and other parties, small parties there. But for people like Amisi, Babu Wino, akina Edwin Sifuna, akina Kibageni, and several other MPs, I can tell you, and the assurance is, they are going to tremble the broad-based government. Because they believe the cause that William Ruto is having is not the cause they believe in. Another thing, Amisi is trying to tell these members of parliament who are like, Baba told us that we must stick in broad-based government and then in future we should vote for William Samoei Ruto. You heard even John Mbadi saying ati aliota Raila akimwambia as a Luo nation they must stick to broad-based government, then ikifika 2027 wapigie William Ruto kura. Amisi is telling these individuals, remember, this broad-based government thing was in between Raila and William Ruto. The only person mwenye alikuwa anajua hii story yote ilikuwa Raila. At the moment some individuals are starting to lie, you say Raila told them. Where? Because the statements that we heard from Raila was that Raila, number one, was not in the government. It is just experts that were in the government. Number two, that they had not resolved as a party that they are going to engage the UDA come 2027. So for them, they were just working with William Ruto to stabilize William Ruto's government. Then come 2027, they are going to have their own, of course, decision. Maybe to work with William Ruto or not. On the same note, Raila urged the ODM brigade, let us strengthen this party. What is this that cannot make us to feel a presidential candidate? Because when a party is being formed, their mission is to form a government. That is it. So those are the statements that Raila Odinga said. But some individuals wanakuja kutufeed na some things that are not there. So mbadi akiota, so Atandi anaamini kwa hii watu wako ODM wote hakuna mtu anaweza kuwa presidential candidate. Hata Babu Wino, hata Sifuna, hata kina Sibarati, hata Orengo, several individuals, akina Joho. You want to tell me hakuna mtu vie for presidency in ODM? They're there. But for Atandi is just protecting his job. Apige hiyo kelele, hii kiti asinyang'anywe. On the same note, people like Mbadi lazima wapige kelele. Kwa sababu gani? Wanajua wasipochunga kazi yao watakuwa kicked out just tomorrow here. So for me, this movement and 70 members of parliament pulling out from this broad-based government is not only going to injure the cause, but is going to send William Ruto into a drawing board. On the same note, are you listening to how common Mwananchi are speaking? The common Mwananchi, they are like, we are not boarding this vehicle of broad-based government. It is just these leaders who are forcing us to join this thing called broad-based government. So it is very clear. And if you can listen carefully to the ground, they are like not comfortable. Of course, William Ruto lazima kuwa na supporters wake watamdefend. Kama for example hii channel, utapata watu wa William Ruto wanakuja wana comment vituko. Lakini you have no otherwise. Kwa jibu na kuambia this is the cause that you believe in. For example myself, I usually believe in one term. One term, hakuna kitu kingine, one term. Hata upige nduru uninsult kwa comment section, ufanye yako yote, uandike nini, uandike paragraph kitabu mzima 96 pages, 120, one term. One term. Na hii broad-based government nilikataa kupanda kitambo, nilikataa. I'm not boarding. And that is what I've always said, that William Ruto has destroyed this country beyond repair. We have no option but to join other members of parliament who are like-minded, who are thinking well as other common Mwananchi who are like. We must change this course. And by changing this course, we must ensure that William Ruto together with his punitive leaders lazima waende. So wale wanatumwa kukuja kwa comment section kusema oh term 10 bila break, mtaandika mchoke, but we believe in one thing, one term. William Ruto has destroyed this country. Broad-based government will not change anything. Hata hizi barabara zimekwama, Ruto ana launch huko. Sawa, tukubaliane una zile barabara ame launch na at least tumeona zinajaribu kujengwa, lakini majority of it 98% hakuna, ni story. Mashule problem, hospitali problem, kila mahali problem, taxes iko juu. Then still you believe that this guy is going to change anything, that is going to make this country to be Singapore. It is not going to happen under William Ruto's administration. And in fact, we have those who are making more deals than working for Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, for more updates, ensure you subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share this video. Till you meet in another video.